Now, this cigar that I'm about to say is in my top 5.
Oh man, don't do that, because then you're gonna like people gonna get it and be like, this not that cigar. Go ahead, I'm listening though.
This cigar reminds me of a bigger ring gauge Liga Privada number 9.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is...
Yo, yo, yo. You already know what time it is. It's Cigars and Coffee, baby. Cigars and Coffee. We're here with another P&E edition. Professional, entrepreneur.
Okay.
So today I have with me Mr. Lamond, that's owner of a couple different things today. Lamont, how you doing today, brother?
I'm pretty good. Let me put my thing down. Proper introduction. What's up,
going on with you, man?
Good, man.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Appreciate you for having me out, bro.
Oh, man, it's a blessing to have you here today, man, and to highlight all the amazing things that you have going on right now.
I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. So, let's get started. We first met from one of my line brothers. Shout out to Mike Sim.
Mike, you know it's my cousin, right?
I did not know that.
That's my kinfolk. We found out we were related after college.
Wow.
Crazy.
So
story.
y'all were on the yard together.
What you know about the yard, man? Yeah. We was on the yard together.
So for those who don't know,
I'll do the introduction.
Okay, cool.
3-time alumnus of the Prairie View University. Calm down, man.
No, it's all love. It's all HBCU love.
The Prairie View University.
They put the V in there.
Yeah, I put the V.
So okay.
It means something when you put that V in there.
Gotcha.
So that's why I graduated the best university this side of Let There Be. So don't take my stuff.
So you said 3-time?
3-time, man. I got 3 degrees from Prairie View.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just couldn't leave the yard, huh?
Who wants to leave the yard? No, so I have a bachelor's in social work.
Okay.
I have a master's in counseling.
Wow.
And I have another master's in special ed.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Biden, will you please forgive my loans? I got a lot.
I need them too. And I only got one.
Come on, you and JoJo and Cam. Come on, make it happen. So,
wow.
Yeah, man. That's where I'm at.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I graduated from Prairie View, so I have to throw that in.
Where's your undergrad from?
That's where I got it from.
Really?
Prairie View.
I didn't know. I thought you got a master's from Prairie View.
No. No masters here. No, not yet. Don't know if I will, but that's on God. But I played baseball at Southern University, and coached and graduated at PV.
Okay,
but
Southern has a huge following. I got a ton of people from Southern, man. They good people with me. I went to Baton Rouge a couple of times and chilled over there for a little minute.
It's a different experience.
There you
go. Hey, that's it.
Yes, sir.
So Lamont,
wait. Before we get started, I bought some gifts for you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We got.
Hey.
He's smoking one right now, but we bought him a couple of cigars from Article 7 Cigar Company. Yeah, we smoking this is a graduation. This is the medium to full, but I got in here for you the homecoming and the orientation.
Wow.
So that's for you.
So.
Hold on, we got some more.
Hey.
Also, I got my bottle of Hall Family Estates. This is our Grace. It's a Syrah. Now, a lot of people really don't drink the bold reds.
Hey, I love
but this is a Syrah. It's a dry red wine. Yeah. When you pop it open, let me know how you enjoy it.
I definitely will.
We're going to get that popping.
My drinks are a Merlot or a Malbec, so this falls right in line.
It falls in line.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Hey, anytime.
That means a lot, bro.
Anytime.
That means a lot. See, PV show out when they want to.
We come bearing gifts, man. We have home training presents. We have home training presents. Yeah. But awesome. Right now, we drinking, I call it, it's 143. This is this is my Cabernet Sauvignon. 143, little backstory. 143, you used to have a beeper page back in the day?
Nah.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, 143, the code is I love you. So when you used to get that love you code, you know what time it was.
You know what time it is. Gotcha.
I named it that because cabs are like the top selling red wines. So obviously people love them. So I named it 143. So that's what we're drinking on today, the cab from Hall Family Estates.
Ooh. So What would you like to get into first, the cigars or the wine? Because both of these lines are yours.
Yeah. Well, the wine is mine solely, and the cigars. I mean, it was two of my frat brothers. I don't want to say his real. I want to say his real name is Jermaine Jackson and Charles.
They can't do government.
We're gonna say government. Charles Anthony Salone. So my frat brothers, we jumped into it with the cigars, but we can start with the wine. I'll get to that a little bit later.
Cool. So, when was your start? When did you get your start in the wine?
I got my start in wine when I started. I had a wine bar. My wife and I opened a wine bar in Lake Jackson, Cork Wine Lounge.
Wow.
2021, 20 somewhere around now. And a year after we opened, the pandemic hit. So we celebrated our year anniversary, and the pandemic shut everything down the next week. So that kind of put a crunch on a lot of stuff, but we made it out. We survived. We did well because people gonna drink during anything. So, you know, and it did good. But when I got started, man, I ain't know nothing about wine, nothing at all, except with the barefoot and the Boone's Farm.
Yeah, yeah.
But meeting with those wineries and those owners, it taught me a lot, and I had to expand my palate. So now I'm more with the drier reds and stuff like that. So, we that's how we kind of got started. We had a wine bar.
Okay.
My wife was like, "You are in too many things, so I need you to focus on something." Wow. And we had a kid, so we had a toddler at the house. She was like, "It's too much going on."
Too much.
So let's go ahead and close this wine bar down.
Yeah.
Give you a little bit more time at home and cut the overhead from a lot of stuff. So
okay.
And I started focusing on making my own wines and stuff like that. So
what all wines do you have currently?
Currently, I'm like at a standstill right now because I'm working some things out. But when I come back, I'm gonna do the Grace. I'm gonna have Wineberry over Gold, and I'm gonna have probably a sweet white that I call Alter Ego.
Ooh.
But right now the Wineberry over Gold has done very, very well. It's the Cranberry Moscato. So it does. Yeah. It does very well.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how we kind of got started in the wine. And so for me, when you go through the aisles, the HEB, whatever, you don't see anything that represents you, right?
Other than Snoop Dogg face on the bottle of wine.
And they just started that. Snoop just started because they know where, I guess, the money is at. And 50 got his wine. Yeah. All these people are doing it, you know what I mean? But for me, it was like when I was going through these aisles, nothing, and people see what they get attracted with the aisles first. Yep. So when I'm looking at the wine labels, nothing just jumped out and stood at me. It was all these old castles and stuff like that that doesn't relate to me
at all.
So I wanted something when I go to the convenience store, not convenience store, when I go into the stores to get a bottle of wine, I want it to look like what I want it to look like. Something that kind of will pull me in and represent me. So all of my labels kind of have that urban, edgy type of feel or whatever. So that's what kind of got me in. I see people drink. Black people, they drink wine, man. They are the biggest consumers of a lot of things. So why not give them something that they can kind of appreciate and they can kind of gravitate to?
Got you. So when we talk about wines, what is your palate like the most? What branch or what body of wine do you gravitate to?
So just like everybody else, normally when I started, it was all sweet. If it didn't have a ton of sugar in it, I wouldn't mess with it. So now you kind of graduate, just like cigars. You graduate, and now I'm more of a bold red, like the Cigar. I love the cabs, but the Cigar are my favorite, and I can't think of the name, but Cigar is really my favorite right now.
Okay.
Pinot.
Ooh,
Pinot.
Yeah, that's the wife's favorite.
Yeah,
Pinot. Okay. So we get into cigars. Now, what was that process like? I know you told me about the process for getting into wine.
Yeah. So with the process with cigars, man, true story. we was in New Orleans for we had a conference in New Orleans, fraternity conference, and we walking down Bourbon. You know, we walking down Bourbon.
Yeah.
You see all the little cigar shops.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me go and jump in here if I get this cigar, man. So I went and got a cigar off Bourbon Street, and dude lit it up for me.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to really smoke it at first. I swallowed it. Don't laugh.
Ooh, I'm praying for the past you that was on Bourbon that night.
Yeah, and I didn't make it.
A terrible night.
So I had to go back to the hotel.
A terrible night.
Yeah, for those of you who really don't smoke cigars, you don't inhale it.
Do not, never.
It's
ever.
just like a gradual smoke. You enjoy the flavors and you release it. I didn't know. I don't smoke weed. I never smoke weed. So that's the first thing that people say is inhale it. But they didn't tell me that with cigars.
Nah.
So with cigars, you just enjoy the flavors, the smokes, and all that. And but I inhaled that night, and I was like, fellas, I gotta go back to the room, man. This is not working for me.
Tapped
right
out for real.
I tapped out for a couple of days. It tore me up.
Yeah.
So with that was my first cigar smoking experience. And then once I met some other people years later, they introduced me to some other cigars, and I used to hang out at the shops. It's just a different conversation. Right, so with cigars, it's just a totally different all walks of life, and you can sit down and hold a decent conversation over a cigar. You know what I mean? And no one looks at you awkward. And because I was in shops with these lawyers, these councilmen, these people like that, and they were smoking, you know, and it drew me in because I like the conversation piece of it. And for me, now having my own brand or whatever. I want to duplicate that with black people because we have different things to talk about. We have different worries. Exactly. We have different things on our mind. So with these cigars, my frat brothers and I, we get around. Right. We talk about relationships. Yeah. We talk about kids. We talk about work, job. All that can kind of go around a cigar.
A cigar.
And
therapy session.
And for black men,
we need it.
We don't really like to go to the therapist either because of income. You know, it costs to have a good therapist. Or we just don't like to talk about the
stigma.
Or we don't like to talk about our feelings. So with this, hey man, what's up? How you been today?
Right.
I've been good. I've been down. What's up then? Wow. You know. So that opens the door for a conversation that doesn't you don't judge people from it. Yeah. And that was my thing. That's our thing with this. Like, is a cigar true enough? But for the most part, we want people to have conversation around smoking. And healthy conversations are a good thing, man, because as black men, we go through a lot of shit every day that other people don't have to concern themselves with or worry about.
Don't even have to think about it.
They don't. So it's a conversation piece. I don't care if you don't like the cigar, cool, but just smoke and talk to somebody.
Exactly.
And we can work those things out, or I can point you in a direction. Somebody can point me in a direction to get the services or help or whatever that I need, or just to get something off your chest. So that's why I'm focused on cigars and things like that. So
cool. So you have that experience. You have that experience.
Terrible.
And when do you and your frat brothers get together and say, "Hey, look, we're smoking cigars every day anyway"? What does that look like?
Homecoming. I don't know if you've probably been, but Prairie View's homecoming is the greatest place on earth.
Yeah,
that's my favorite holiday. So we were like, man, we need to do a cigar just for homecoming. So we came up with a plan. We had some nice sticks, and we did it, and it turned out pretty good. Everyone enjoyed it, they liked it, and they wanted more. So we was like, damn, what we do? Where we go from here? So we keep it going. We come up with different blends and things like that to kind of have everybody's palate involved. So we got 3 cigars right now. The Orientation, which is like a light introduction to it, has a nice flavor to it. And then we have the Homecoming. Homecoming is for me, it's like a more fancy, it's a showy cigar. And that's the one with the barber pole wrapper. And then if you really getting down to it, you really smoke. We got the graduations. And the graduations are people I haven't had anyone say anything negative about graduation yet.
So, I don't see how you could. Let's take a moment to admire
the
quality of this cigar. I was about to hit it, but I'm like, no. Like,
It'll stay. The ash will stay. Like we've held them up and see how long, do that stuff.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Some cigars ash fall off real quick.
Yeah.
I've been moving mine, so it kind of
right.
If you sit there with it, the ash will go.
And
man.
even one of my mentors told me when I first got started in cigars, you can always tell the quality of a good cigar by the ash.
Of course, and the even
color of the ash, the grayness, like. This is a beautiful stick. Bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Beautiful
appreciate
stick.
it. We went through a lot of trial and error to get the right cigar that we wanted. Because we're not growing this in our backyard. So we have to consult with people, consult with the vendors, and spend money because people don't like to give anything away for free.
Yeah, you gotta pay for it.
Yeah, to see what we want, see what we like, and we all kind of collectively agreed on these sticks. So
another thing that I love that you guys did with this cigar line is it's catered around college.
Yeah, because that's what we kind of started knowing each other. That's when we met, and we're all fraternity brothers. Man. So all that kind of brings and rotates into college. So that's the easiest way for us to kind of push it out and to explain to people what it is. You know what I mean? So we wanted to make it plain. We wanted to make it fun or whatever and memorable. So when people come and say, "Hey, I want that orientation," cool, we got you. You can't say, "Well, it was kind of a sweet cigar and I don't remember the name," but
right. If
you think about that, man, it'll kind of stick with you. So
wow, yeah. The first time I smoked one of your cigars, I think it was the graduation. I think it was the graduation first.
You smoked, so I know I gave you a graduation. Yeah.
And as soon as I heard graduation, my mind automatically went to Kanye West. Now I know you probably don't want to be.
No, Kanye. I like the old Kanye.
The old Kanye. We missed the old Kanye.
We missed the old Kanye, man. Definitely.
For sure, but it just put me in that late registration, college dropout, graduation feel.
Those were good times, man.
Dude.
Good times.
Wow.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too, actually, when I was thinking of it. But, and a lot of times we want to relate stuff to things. So just like you said, it brought you back. I'm happy it did because now okay, graduation, that was a good time, man. That was a good cigar. Everything was pretty good back then. So
wow. Before real life started.
Yeah, real life. Bills.
Yeah.
Real bills.
Adulting.
Uh-huh.
So what's next for Article 7? What's the next cigar that you guys have in store for us next?
Man, I think we're gonna just roll with the 3 that we got right now.
Okay.
We're rolling with 3 we got. They're pretty solid sticks. So we're just gonna try to make sure we keep those close and tight and roll with those, man. Like we're trying to get it to everyone who wants it, who want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You can get it.
So what difficulties or what challenges did you guys face when coming out with cigars? Because I could only imagine with wine, but you said you did that solely.
Yeah.
But I mean, with the cigar line, with Article 7, you have a group of brothers that you have to get everything, and then you got the vendors.
But thankfully, man, our vendors are real cool. Like it's an old dude. It's just one guy. He got a little factory, and he's real good.
Yeah.
These are Cuban cigars, but they're raised in Indonesia and Nicaragua. So the dude got the whole backstory, man. He was an implant from Cuba, but he had his stuff in Cuba. The government owns everything.
Yep.
So you can't really do what you want to do.
Yeah.
So he took his seeds and planted them in Nicaragua and Indonesia, and that's why he got these from now.
Good soil.
Yeah. Good
soil.
Dude is really cool. The old Cuban dude, man.
Yeah.
But he's a real cool guy.
Wow. So when you're at home, what's the first stick you're grabbing? Is it the graduation? Is it homecoming? Or for your everyday smoke, are you doing orientation?
Nah, I'm doing the graduation.
Graduation.
Homecoming for me is like I kind of keep it sacred a little bit.
Oh, why? Why keep it sacred?
Because homecoming is my favorite holiday. Like, so I'll smoke them, you know what I mean? But I just kind of hold on to them.
Gotcha.
But graduation, I'm gonna pick this up every time. So I don't care what I'm doing, working in the yard, just sitting on the patio. I'm gonna have, you know, my graduation is what I used to have, or I might go to some other source. You know what I mean? So
got you. It's a beautiful stick, man. Without diving too deep and getting over a lot of people's heads, for the graduation, because it's a very smooth, I would say medium to full body cigar.
True.
What is it about this particular cigar that makes it as smooth as it is?
I think the way they roll it, the leaves that they use.
Gotcha.
And you know, I'm not a horticulturist, so I don't know anything about growing this. You know, I can tell you the surface level, but I just found a stick that I really enjoy. And for me, that's I don't like to get too detailed with stuff. I just find a stick that I enjoy. Can I get this in bulk?
Wow. And
that's how we roll with it. It's a great stick for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But that's just my personal opinion. And we kind of, my frat brothers that are involved too, they feel like it's a good stick. So why not roll with a good quality stick?
What it reminds me of. Now, this cigar that I'm about to say is in my top 5.
Oh man, don't do that, because then you're gonna, like, people gonna get it and be like, this not that cigar. Go ahead, I'm listening though.
This cigar reminds me of a bigger ring gauge Liga Privada number 9.
That, you know what? Liga is one of my favorite sticks. No bullshit.
How would I know that?
No, man. Like, Liga is, like, that's top 5 of me.
Top 5.
Liga and
number 9, not the T52.
Of course, I don't really mess with T52s, but number 9, I used to keep a number 9 in my travel humidor.
Dude,
I kept them.
It has the wrapper of a Liga. It has, like, the vein. It's not real veiny. It's real oily like a Liga. It smokes well like a Liga, dude.
Yeah. So you talked about ring gauge earlier.
Yeah.
I'm big on cigars. I don't want a cigarillo. I don't want the little, you know. And people are paying decent money for them, so I want them to enjoy it. I don't want it to be finished in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Especially if you don't know how to smoke a cigar.
Right.
Yeah.
So people paying quality money. I want to give them a quality stick that's gonna last, and that's why I went with a bigger ring gauge on mostly all of them. So, yeah,
a Lancero, the small ring gauges.
Yeah,
they're good to actually get the full taste of the cigar. But if you don't smoke cigars, you don't know what you tasted anyway.
True. And they can put all the descriptions on there that they want, but you're not gonna pick any of them out. You're not gonna get it. And that's cool, because, like I said, for me, I wanted to open a conversation with people.
That's it. So you talk about conversations. I've had, of course, we have Cigars and Coffee that's just geared around having great conversation over cigars and coffee. But I've had business conversations with VPs, senior VPs, they're asking me, hey, I know you're heavy into cigars. Can you
what would you suggest? Yeah.
What would you suggest? Or what are when can we go to a cigar lounge and possibly you show me how to, the cigar etiquette.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's a different conversation with people.
Different conversation.
And there's no discrimination.
Not at all.
It's everybody welcomes you to a cigar place. You know what I mean? Unless you biting on your stick and putting the thing in, but that's cigar etiquette. So you'll learn that as you continue. But cigars bring about a different conversation with everyone, man. It's like you can sit in a cigar lounge by yourself and have the best conversation with somebody just walking in that you don't even know.
Never met before.
And I'm not the most friendliest person when it comes to people meeting, for real. Like, I have a face that people just don't really want to talk to sometimes. But
they don't really want to talk to.
They don't. I'm not an approachable person. And I've been told that several times. But once you start talking about things that I enjoy or that I want to learn more about, then that's what the conversation is about.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
I am not making this up. This graduation is like that. So where can they find your wine and your cigars?
So the wine and the cigars, we're doing everything ourselves. Actually, I'm not really trying to be in stores because they cut prices and stuff like that. But once we get to that point, we might do a cigar for the masses that we can try to get in stores. I might do a wine and try to get in stores. But for right now, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, How Family Estates with the wine, and Article 7 Cigar Company with the cigars. Somebody will respond, and we'll ship it to you. We'll meet you, whatever you want, man. That's how we get it.
Pull up on you.
Yeah, man. We ground up. Well, ground up. We ain't got no in between. We ain't got none of that. You contact Jay or Sloan.
Yeah.
They're gonna put the message through, and we're gonna get it to you.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, as we get ready to wrap up, what are some final words of encouragement for someone who is looking at starting a business that is in products, that you would give just a bit of advice from things that you've learned from the different businesses that you
just do it, man. Like, you're gonna fall, you're gonna fail, but if you're not failing, you're not trying. So you're gonna mess up. You gonna not do some things right, but that's a learning experience. Everything is a learning experience. I would do as much research as I can about what you want and what you want to put out, but just get into it. Just do it, and the way you want to do it. Don't listen to everybody else because it's not their baby. It's not their product. It's not their line. So if you just do what you want to do and promote it the way you want to promote it, you'll be satisfied with the results. That's in everything. Question for you. We met a couple months ago. We haven't been knowing each other long, but the Cigars and Coffee, man, I really enjoy what you do with the podcast. I really enjoy what you do online when you're talking to different people. Yeah. So where do you see Cigars and Coffee headed?
Man.
Yeah, I threw him for a curve with that one. Go ahead. You can take a little bit.
All right. So what I will say is, in the past, and my Cigars and Coffee family, I've shared it with them before. But when I tried to grow Cigars and Coffee, I started listening to man.
You're gonna fail every time.
I started listening to man, like you said. You said, hey, do your research, but don't listen to what they say about doing it their way, because it's your baby. And at a split second, I felt that somebody had taken over my baby.
Okay.
And when I say,
and you don't want to release your kids to anybody,
dude.
Yeah.
I honestly say it hurt, because it's like, wait a minute, this is not the direction that I necessarily thought or wanted to go with this.
True.
Right. And I started listening to man and not listening to God.
Okay.
So to answer your question, there is no set place that I want Cigars and Coffee to go.
Okay.
But I do trust and pray that wherever God leads it is where it's going to end up. Now, of course, I would like to do some interviews with some amazing people, such as yourself, and whoever I can get my hands on to have a conversation with. But for right now, I'm gonna still take shots.
Okay.
I'm gonna take shots and continue doing interviews and continue to have that conversation.
They say in basketball, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
You don't take.
So you gotta continue.
You don't take. So yeah. I hope that answers your question.
It did, man. I appreciate that, because a lot of people need that motivation and encouragement, because they might have a podcast with 10 people following. You know what I mean? But you keep taking shots.
You have to.
It's gonna pop.
You have.
It's gonna definitely pop one day. So
I appreciate it, and
man.
I appreciate you for always showing love. That's I would some people you meet. And then hey, I'm gonna follow you, and you'll post things, and then they won't like it,
ghost followers,
comment, do anything, and then months later they're like, "Hey man, I see you doing your thing, man. I like this particular episode where you talked about this, and this."
Yeah,
and it's like,
you did?
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah.
So, and I'm guilty of it too, but I think the main thing is just I admire the way you just support.
If you know anything about me, and a lot of people will probably tell you this as well, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna put you in places that I think you should be in. I'm gonna show you opportunities. I'm gonna put you out there.
Yeah,
that's in my spirit. It's always been me, and it's not about me. D McKnight get more shine than me. I don't care about that because it's enough for everybody. I've always been that person. I've never been the one to hold back any information that people wanted from me, regardless if that's in the same business line or whatever. If it's for you, it's for you.
Yeah.
And if it's not, you're gonna figure it out yourself. But I'm gonna help you out the way I can and the way I see fit. And that's just showing love.
Yeah.
That's commenting, that's liking, that's posting, that's sharing and telling people about the podcast or anything else anyone having going on. So
gotcha.
I've always been like that, especially when I enjoy something.
Yeah, I hear you.
Cigars is the top tier for me. So.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, Brother Lamont, I really appreciate you joining me today.
Hey, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
Nah, that's all love, man.
We're going to make it happen.
Yeah, with that, it's Cigars and Coffee. It's Lamont Hall with Article 7. And what's your wine again?
Hall Family Estates.
Hall Family Estates.
Yes, sir.
So, y'all be blessed. Peace.